on the science of metaphysics, crystals, and diamonds. A book about diamonds, a storybook with a diamond called Inspiring Feather, the Rainbow Book of the Dead, and then another little book. A book and metaphysical treatise with a teaching based on and using the diamond crystal as a map and a guide to teach the basic elementary principles of the science of metaphysics. The Metaphysical Mystery Tour presents Essence of the Feather. The teaching of the 33 1/3 is Masonic in origin and has its roots based on natural universal law stemming from the square and the compass. The sciences of geometry and mathematics all correspond to this, as well as the time-space continuum of perpetual motion and the perpetuation of the family unit of biological species reproduction, beginning with the parents and continuing with the offspring. The system encompasses the natural laws of cause and effect of the multiplicity and division arising from and existing of itself in the process of regeneration. The teaching is based upon the multiplicity of the family unit. It is within this system that the natural laws of reproduction and regeneration within itself complete a cycle based on the natural laws of mathematics and representation of the arising and discontinuance of generational activities due to the cycles of birth and death. Within this structure are the archetypal representations of sexual gender, replication and the resurgence of sexual identification of a complete biological organism that exists within and of itself to be a complete Tarot unit, expanding to include the macrocosmic and microcosmic orders of the universal flow galactic motion. When I mean including the macrocosmic and microcosmic orders of the universal flow galactic motion, I mean the universe is the macrocosm, the earth is the microcosm, the earth is the macrocosm, and we are the microcosm. The biological unit, even though a predominantly individually genetically sexually specific order gender, is in essence androgynous and is comprised of both male and female attributes. With this basic explanation in mind, I would like to continue by beginning with the point and the compass. What I'm going to do though today is I'm going to use a piece of chalk instead of a compass. So by placing the chalk on the chalkboard, I'm just going to draw a point. Just like that. And you can see that. You can see the point. And then now I'm going to draw the circle. And what we have is I call the sun sphere. Now the sun sphere also represents the continuity of the whole being, or we can also say the circle represents the earth sphere or physical plane. When it represents the earth sphere, that's when I'm going to get into the square. But at this point, the circle represents the continuity of the whole being, or the sun sphere. Now we also, three-dimensionally, we now have a sphere. At the apex of the sphere, there is a polar axis, just like this. Just like that, there is a polar axis. And we also have latitudinal lines. The latitude is 33 degrees. 33 degrees north. And we also have 33 degrees south. Now, there's also a longitudinal line that is 33 degrees that intersects, and I'm going to use the globe as an example. The position that it intersects is off of the coast of Israel and Egypt in the Mediterranean Sea, which is, there we go, right there off the coast of Israel and the Mediterranean Sea. Then the 33rd parallel comes across through Baghdad in Iraq, around through Iran, Islamabad, the northern tip of India through Tibet, China, around through close near Shanghai, around through Hiroshima, through Japan, through the Pacific Ocean, back around through the United States, a little above San Diego, and then through Phoenix, Arizona, and New Mexico, through the southern part of the United States, back around through the tip of Africa, and then back around to the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of Israel. Then we also have the 33rd latitude south, which is off of the coast, well, excuse me, it's at the tip of South Africa, where the Kimberley diamond mines are. We'll go around and to the southern part of Australia, down here by Melbourne and Sydney, Australia, down here through just a little above the tip of New Zealand there, across through the Pacific Ocean, and then back around to Santiago, Chile, a little bit through Argentina there, and back around to the southern tip of South Africa there. Now we're going to continue with the rest of the teaching. And I'm going to just a little bit, what I'm going to do is we're going to use the square now, and we're just going to draw a line through the middle part of the circle, just through there. What we've got, I'm just going to erase this a little bit so it doesn't look so cluttered. The top part of the circle, there where I split it in two, or just put the line through, this represents the feminine. Attributes. Feminine.
49.
Anyway, this is the feminine attribute, and this is the masculine. I think, I'm sorry. Let me